I think the group's really close, and one of the things with a smaller team like this is they've seemed to have grown together pretty well.
Starting the beginning of September, and we usually we go 6 days a week. We go morning practices every other day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and those are an hour and a half long, and that's all lifting downstairs. And then every afternoon, we go 2 hours of swimming. We have two different practices for the men's and women's team. Men's team usually goes 2 to 4.
I think first and foremost, like we have at least a good month and a half before our first meet, and that's like just a lot of yards, building up our aerobic base, and then we finally start to get into our competition season, and then that's kind of more building the speed and the technique and the pace work, and I think I guess a lot of people don't understand just like the amount of adaptation you got to put your body through, and that's why it's such a long season. It's really just like a physical test on your body. It's not necessarily just like becoming a better team, like say basketball or something where it's just you're building your team cohesion, and it's really just physically training your body.
They've challenged each other to kind of get up and be accountable, and kind of a lot of high-fiving, a lot of good energy. And I think they're excited not just, to see how they swim themselves, but to, kind of see how their teammates do, which is great. I mean, we really want that kind of energy. So I'm really excited to see, what we can do. As you mentioned, we don't have a lot of numbers, but we have some really good people. And so I think we can go in and, give ourselves some pretty good scoring opportunities and, kind of see how things fall.
Out of the difference between swimming and most sports, people don't understand the idea of not being at your best for all your competition throughout the year. Like I said, most team sports, you want to be physically at your best, like fresh for every game, and swimming's not like that. Your dual meets are really just part of the training regimen in a way, and so my times are going to be a lot slower at dual meets. If another team's doing something different in their training, they might be better than us at that meet, and we might lose. But it doesn't mean they're going to get us at the conference meet.
Really just comes down to, heart and guts. In a lot of cases, everybody's a little fatigued through the meet, and it's just, who's got the best motivation to really get up and perform. And so, when you have your teammates behind you and, really creating some good energy around you, I think it's easier to do that. And that's, certainly what we're looking for, because I think, that last day can be a good one for us, and we can steal a lot of positions in there.
Yeah, it's a long week, and everybody definitely has their own goal times they want to achieve, and maybe places they want to get in the event, scoring wise, so the whole team will be successful in that regard. I think if everyone gives it their all individually and achieves what they want to do on their own, then that's going to come back and benefit the whole team.
Because I like to keep my main focus on the end of the season, so it can be mentally tough, because when everything you've worked for is for one moment, and it's hard to make every single thing click at the same time. Sure. I don't know if there's any such thing as a perfect race, but that's what you're striving for. So I think that's why, as much as it's a physical sport, just helping people on the team understand to be mentally tough. In 4-day meet, you're going to have a lot of chances, and it's important to be able to bounce back. And you're going to have plenty of chances to do a lot of good things, even if some things aren't quite as good. So.
Could you talk about the impact and the leadership that Stefan and Jake have had as seniors to this team? Like, to me, it's nothing sort of, exemplary, the work that they've done. It seems like over the course of the years, they seem like they're really bound into what the team is trying to accomplish, but that they're hard workers. Yeah. It seems like from that aspect. Could you talk about their impact on this team?
Yeah, they've just they're tremendous. They had me breaking down at the senior meet, and I'm really gonna miss them. And they remind me a lot of Timmy Nellett and Mike Owen. Back in I think it was 2007, and just a great two guys to lead your program. And we really got some things turned around in a leadership aspect the last few years, and I think they had some good role models last year. With some of the guys, and I think they're did a good job of kind of setting a tone and what we want to do moving forward, and hopefully the younger guys have seen that. I mean, they've always been guys that have trained really well physically, whether it's been in the pool or the weight room. They've really done a great job with that leadership. They're great students, and they're just good guys, and the kind of guys that it's sort of breaks your heart a little bit. You're not going to see them every day, as you have been for 4 years, and every coach goes through that. But, we're going to go in, and I know they've got a lot of excitement to, make one more great meet for themselves, and we're going to be behind them for that and just, do, kind of the best we can to give them an environment to finish up on a wonderful note.
Yeah, I mean, this is the last meet of our season, and after this we don't train at all outside of the season to get as a team together. So after this is on your own. So there's a lot of build up to this. This is like the last chance you have for the whole year until the next season, and for some people like myself, last chance here at Chip to just go out and be successful.
I mean, Jake and I have been joking all year, oh, this is the last Tuesday practice in October ever and things like that with each other. But as it is winding down here, it's been pretty heavy experience for me. And I remember in high school riding that emotion, just being my last year of high school, and this is my last 4 days of swimming ever. So I think that Jake and I will be ready to channel that for our own swims. But I think more importantly is, if there's one thing we've really stressed to the guys this year is we've had a struggle with depth all year, but that's why we need the whole team to be focused and step up. And I think that the guys understand that what we can accomplish if we all come together.
Yeah, I'd say everybody's really revving to go, and the mindset so far is really positive. Everyone's excited. Some people it's their first time, and some people it's their last time. So it's always exciting.
I think there's a lot of great potential for us, and I know they're excited. I feel like we've done the work in the pool, and as you said, we've had some great dual meet swims, some great invites in the fall, a lot of confidence off of that. So, it's just there's always a little more anxiety for everybody, but it's the end of the year, and you have to be ready. So we're going to go over and do the best we can.
Be exciting to see how it takes place these next 4 days, Thursday through Sunday in York. Coach Verge, thanks for the time.
My pleasure.
If you're not listening to Tom Kiefer,
You're wrong.
there you go. See?